Hey guys, we're here at the Pink Square Circle. We're going to talk about today why Jade Cargill will win the women's title later. Let's tune in, guys. Get the likes as we come to the Pink Square Circle. I know it's been a while, been a busy one, but I'm back on the scene, right back at the circle where we belong. Now, we're going to talk about Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill recently just competed for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, she started, as we all know, by winning this year's 2025 Queen of the Ring tournament, where she did win at the whole Night of Champions, PLE, where she defeated Asuka in the finals. So, with that being said, when she defeated Asuka, we knew that she would challenge Tiffany for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, Tiffany Stratton, she has been the reigning champion for over 200 days now. And she's defeated the likes of course, Nia Jax, who she defeated win the title. Bayley, she's also defeated Charlotte Flair recently. And now, most recently, Jade Cargill is the most recent person she's defeated. Now, Jade Cargill, we know it's been mixed reactions by Jade Cargill. Pretty much it come down to is either you're a fan of her or you're not. Now, Jade Cargill, I followed her back in her AEW days when she was the reigning TBS champion, when she held that championship for 508 days before losing to Chris Statlander. Also, shortly before her departed AEW back in 2023. Now, she came to WWE later that year, 2023, September, I believe, of that year. And I know that she was not on TV being used for a while. We saw appearances of her. You would see on Raw, SmackDown, NXT. You just see you would just see her backstage or getting out of limo, or just you see her with the GMs or whatever the case may be. Now, I know she has some personal stuff going on. Her mother passed away, so she took some time off, but beginning of 2024, early last year, she teamed up with Bianca Belair. They had good chemistry, and they went on to become the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. They had 2 runs with that. Of course, we know about her injury and Naomi taking over. She had started off a good storyline with Naomi. I wish it could have lasted a little bit longer. But meanwhile, other than that, Jade Cargill, after that was over, they recently had that match at Evolution, their final match, with Bianca Belair being a special guest referee. Jade Cargill is on a singles run right now, still on a singles run, and she won the Queen of the Ring to face Tiffany Stratton. Now, I had no problem with her winning Queen of the Ring tournament. I think it was great, but I do believe it was a little too soon for Jade Cargill to compete for the WWE Women's Championship, considering the fact she has not been a solo competitor for that long. She just got out of the tag team with Bianca, I want to say late last year, early this year. Late last year, honestly, of course, when she got hurt late last year, and she had just came back from injury or, other projects, film a movie, whatever the case may be. I think it was too soon for her to go and compete for that title. What I think should have been done with Jade Cargill, she should have at least competed for the brand new WWE Women's United States Championship that's also on SmackDown. They didn't even give her a chance to go to the mid-card championship scene for the women's division. They immediately just shot her up to the main event, and compete for the top prize for the women's division, which is the WWE Women's Championship. Now, Jade she does have superstar written all over her. She's not just a generational talent, my opinion. I believe she's also a once-in-a-lifetime star. You don't see too many women like Jade. Like, we've seen the Bianca Belairs. We've seen the Jordan Grace. We've seen the Rhea Ripleys. We've seen powerhouses like that, but not so much in the likes of Jade Cargill. She's like a China, but mixed with a little bit of herself, and that makes her so unique. Jade's tall. She's very, has her physique, the look, and she's attractive. She has pretty much all rolled up in one. But the problem is Jade has not had that much experience in ring competition style. She didn't compete on the independent scene. She only wrestled in AEW. And AEW does not have a developmental system. The closest they had was the AEW Dark back in the day, which no longer exists. Her in-ring work is not up to par, still not yet. Now, that match at SummerSlam against Tiffany was the worst match of any SummerSlam night 1 or night 2. It was very fast, like 7 minutes. And I think Jay's just not ready in-ring wise or promo wise as well. Her promos also need some work. I'm not saying that stuff, can't be taught. You could teach someone how to get better with promos, and you could teach them how to get better in the ring. But since day one when Jade Cargill came to WWE, I've always said that I hope they will put her through the NXT developmental system first. Slow her down. They immediately put on the main roster. Now they tried to, put in a tag team to mask her lack of in-ring skill. And that did not work either. Even most people have caught that when she was in tag team with Bianca. I would say that Jay should not be winning the title, not this year. I would say with Jade Cargill, she should win the WWE Women's Championship sometime next year. If not WrestleMania, maybe SummerSlam 2026. Because this is not it right now. It's so much stuff that Jade can work on. She doesn't know how to talk, like I said. She needs time to develop on that. Now, the Naomi feud did start out great, but they did not finish with that feud like they should have. They only had Jay beat Naomi twice, and I think that story could have went on a little bit further. I think Jay needs a few more feuds under her belt before it does come to the fact where she can be, good story-wise to compete for the championship. Now, it was a good call she didn't defeat Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam because Jade Cargill is on a run. She's chasing, to become champion, facing adversity, the whole underdog story to win the championship. Because that match was a disaster at SummerSlam. I don't care what anybody say. But I believe with the right work and right time they put in with Jade, I think she still can win the championship. If not the WWE Women's Championship on SmackDown, don't be surprised if she pulls a Naomi. She goes to Monday Night Raw and win the WWE Women's Championship. That is also quite a possibility as well. I can see that happening with Jade. I do also see that we will eventually get our Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. We'll get that at some point as well at the in WWE. But I will say that this is not the time for Jade Cargill to win the WWE Women's Championship. It's premature. It's way too early. And I don't think it's going to do any good if you put the belt on her now. It will create more harm than good than giving her the title. So that I do not like. And I think it was a good call that WWE just did not put the belt on her right away. They still want to give some time. But before she does, I think she still should have went for the mid-card title first because, let's be honest, the WWE Women's United States Championship, even though it's a brand new championship, it does not have any type of weight, no prestige at all. The title's been held by Chelsea Green, Selena Vega, and now Julia. And that title has not done nothing. I mean, for goodness sake, the Women's United States Championship wasn't even, contested at SummerSlam. They had Selena and Julia fight over the belt at the SmackDown before. There's not enough stories with that championship. I think with a superstar of power, superstar status like Jade Cargill will help elevate that championship. I think that should be the first title she goes for before going for the WWE Women's Championship. Even if she holds the belt for a few months, it doesn't matter. It'll create the story that she held on to that championship, and then she went back to chase for the WWE Women's Championship. But it doesn't look like that's the direction WWE's headed with. They're gonna continue to have her chase for this title. Like I said, WrestleMania or SummerSlam next year could be the time where she wins the belt. But she definitely should get some feuds under and get something going. And I think with the right tools and the right system and the right people, because Jade Cargill needs someone to have good chemistry with. She's not one of those wrestlers, especially her stature, that can just wrestle anybody. She needs the right people to have chemistry with. Naomi was one of them. Maybe there'll be a few others on SmackDown that it'll work with, to get her going, to build her name up. And I think with that, we could see, like I said, Jade Cargill next year or so, or early next year or middle. Don't be surprised she end up becoming a women's world champion or the WWE women's champion. I do see that in a bright future, because WWE is very high on her, and they have a bright future for her, because she's going to be showcased in a matter in which AEW did not showcase her. So this will be a good thing. But other than that, though, that's all I have regarding Jade Cargill. Why I think Jade Cargill will not win the title right now, but I do see Jade Cargill will win the women's title later. That's the reasons why I have for it. You guys let me know what you think. If you agree or disagree, or you have any other reason why she should win the title much later, or possibly never. Check out the content at Pink Square Circle, guys. Until then, guys, I will see you guys later.